moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Bouakai only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President Weah to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I would praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Bouakai,
my fellow Liberians, I'm Attorney Daniel C. Gayu Jr., Deputy Information Minister of the Republic of Liberia. It's time to review President Weah's work done through the Ministry of Youth and Sports. President Weah has launched a $22 million United States usage-sponsored project to provide 21,000 youths in Montserrado, Grand Bassa, and Lofa counties with technical training and mentoring. The YAP project, launched last year, will also assist about 8,000 TVET graduates transition to employment and entrepreneurship. To date, 3,287 youth have been impacted. President Weah, with support from the World Bank, CEDA, and ADF, has rolled out the $42 million Realize project to benefit 53,650 vulnerable persons in 14 counties by increasing their access to income earning opportunities and by expanding their income and livelihood support. Currently, a total of 5,000 persons have enrolled for temporary employment support, while 2,800 persons have been provided grant support for business startup. President Weah has secured $26 million United States from the European Union to support technical and vocational training sector to increase youth employability and entrepreneurship. Under this project dubbed Youth Rising, President Weah has constructed a welding and fabrication workshop and has renovated 6 other workshops at the Monrovia Vocational Training Center. He is renovating the entire campus of the Tumutu Agricultural Vocational Training Center in Bond County and has constructed an additional workshop there. President Weah is renovating the Business Domestic Occupational Center while constructing additional classrooms plus a hospitality center. All of the workshops are furnished with new state-of-the-art equipment. Under the same project, President Weah, through the Ministry of Education, has granted high school-going youth more access to technical and vocational training opportunities by constructing, renovating, and equipping TVET schools at Cape Palmas High School, Sano Multilateral High, and Jueju Multilateral High. He is renovating the whole Habel Multilateral High, including its workshops. At the Boko Washington Institute, President Weah has established the TVET Center of Excellence, which includes the renovated computer lab, the electricity, carpentry, and joinery, automotive and air conditioning and refrigeration workshops. President Weah has renovated the entire Vondima Multilateral High and has modernized its workshop with funds received from the Swedish government. President Weah has also renovated the workshops at the William V. Stotman High with support from the Strive project funded by the French Development Agency. President Weah has recruited 120 TVET instructors for international training. The first 64 have returned and the next 56 are about to depart the country. Through the Strive project, he will build the capacity of 2,000 youths, offer capacity enhancement opportunities for 300 farmers, and provide long-term socio-professional integration of Liberian youth. To date, 5 electrical workshops, including those at Don Bosco High School and LORC Buchanan and Monrovia centers, have been completed. He has ensured the development of an improved electricity curriculum and has strengthened the agriculture and masonry programs across the TVET sector. President Weah's passion for youth employability has resulted into the graduation of 9,785 youths, with 63% of them females, from tuition-free government TVET schools. This number does not include those benefiting from free TVET programs in public high schools. In 2019, President Weah launched the LEAP program funded by the French government. His LEAP program has provided employable and entrepreneurial skills to 11,800 youth in Montserrado, Grand Bassa, and Mangibby counties. The beneficiaries were given small grants for business startups. His LEAP program also reactivated the dormant National Youth Service Program that has recruited and provided jobs for 93 youths in 5 counties. President Weah has reactivated the National Cadet Program that has recruited 246 fresh college graduates to provide them working experience in public and private sector and has retained 95 of them on jobs in 3 counties. In 2021, President Weah completed a substantial portion of the Youth Opportunities Project that benefited 14,108 youths in 15 counties. This was a World Bank and CEDA funded project. Under a component, 10,000 youth received labor subsidies and 14,108 received funding for small business support. President Weah also completed a very substantial portion of the AFDP-funded YEEP project to strengthen the capacities of UL, BWI, and NCCC to enable them design and deliver entrepreneurship and employment generation programs for youth. President Weah has ensured the allocation of budgetary support for the Coastal Sanitation TECY project, which provided temporary employment for over 5,000 beneficiaries in Montserrado, Bombing, Grand Bassa, Nimba, and River G counties. He also reactivated the Youth Connect program that has created training opportunities for over 50,000 youths. President Weah has reactivated the Adolescent Sexual Reproductive Health Program, under which he has built a youth center in Tanning, Grand Cape County with support from UNFPA. The center has provided 7,524 at-risk youth access to HR services, and 361 girls have been trained in livelihood skills support. President Weah has refurbished the SKD Sports Complex to meet international standards after the stadium was banned for failure to meet CAF's minimum standards since 2015. Despite the previous administration's $18 million refurbishment carried a few years to his presidency, President Weah has added 23,000 bucket seats, artificial turf, press tribune, and other amenities to the stadium with less than $3 million United States dollars. President Weah continues to inspire and support Liberian athletes to reach the top levels of their sports. Liberian athletes won 21 medals at the ECOWAS Honor 18 and Honor 20 championships in Ghana, 1 silver medal in the African Senior Championship in Mauritius, and came second in Africa in the women's 100-meter hurdles. In 2021, Liberia came 5th in the world in 200 meters and 13th in the world in 100 meters hurdles at the Tokyo Olympics. In 2022, Liberia came 4th place in the 200 meters again at the World Games in Eugene, Oregon. This was Liberia's first time reaching the finals in the Tokyo Olympics and the World Games. In 2019, Liberia participated for the first time in the Special Olympics in Qatar. 5 athletes represented Liberia, and 4 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze medals were won. Today, President Weah has ensured that the country is developing sports through the grassroots level, with the LFA now conducting leagues for under 15 and under 17 for the first time in our country's history. Under President Weah, female soccer is improving with over 12 female teams participating in the National Female League. President Weah has also ensured that Liberia participated in all major competitions since 2018, and this is unprecedented. Thank you, Your Excellency.
So, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, we are here again. And we want to say welcome to each and every one of you for the 3rd time. As usual, we ask that you do us a favor And that favor that we want you to please do for us is to hit for us the share button. Let's begin our this evening discussion. The video that I just played, I hope many of you followed very keenly, very keenly. I intentionally played this video so that I can bring your attention to something. My sister Nina is here again. How are you, my sister Nina? I hope you are doing great, well, and fine. Thank you so much for joining us. You see, when President Weah took over as President of the Republic of Liberia, during his inaugural address, he said something that Liberians will not be spectators in their own economy. That Liberians will not just sit and watch what is happening, but that they will be part of how it is happening. And when President Weah made that statement, it was not just a statement made, but he decided that he would practicalize what he said to the Liberian people, that Liberians will not be spectators in their own economy. And so this video that I am going to play again spells out how President Weah was able to work with the young people. As you may be aware, 60+% of our population are all young people. We have a very great population, taking into consideration the number of young people. And so President Weah decided that, look, these young people were the ones that were used during the war. These young people were the ones that people like Joseph Numa Boyka and the rest of the other warring faction used to perpetrate injustices, mayhem, and carnage in this country. So, how do we get these young people involved in the process of building the same country that they were used to destroy? In order to do this, we must be able to give them skills. We must be able to give them a long life skill that they will use to sustain themselves, and they will also use it for the transformation of their nation. Knowing very well where we are from as a nation, where most young people, they were affected by the war, and some of them could not really complete, the formal education. His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah decided that he will concentrate on what we call the TVET, technical vocational education, that he will also focus on it. Remember that President Weah was able to implement something that will never be undone by any government: the tuition free privilege for those universitarians, those that are in university. So he didn't just wanted this particular privilege to just be for the people who are attending university. So he decided that, look, we must be able to equip the TVET sector, the technical vocational education sector. Because by equipping these sectors, at the end of the day, our kids who did not have the chance to go to the formal school will also enroll in these technical university, and they will acquire good skills to be able to help in nation building. You see, President George Manneh Weah approach in elevating this level of what we call or eradicating poverty. It was not just only by mouth, but we saw the practical attempt of His Excellency to do that. President Weah had the will, he had the tenacity, he had the energy to ensure that this is implemented and implemented to the letter. It was not just a statement. I want to welcome Eric J. Tukpa joining us there from Tottenburg City, Bomi County. Thank you so much for your presence here. I appreciate you. Thank you. I am doing fine, my brother Eric. Thank you for the ask. So what we saw him doing is taking a practical approach so that he can help the young people who were abandoned by people like Joseph Numa Boyka. Joseph Numa Boyka and others who established the Lofa Defense Force after the war, they only care about themselves. Joseph Numa Boyka was made vice president of the Republic of Liberia for 12 years. What was those programs that were put in place for the young people? Absolutely nothing. What was Joseph Numa Boyka's initiative to be able to help those young people that they were able to use during the war to commit crimes and atrocity? Absolutely nothing. But when we ask Mr. Boyka is brave enough to tell you and myself that he was an Oka Pact. That's what he said. Proudly too, he said it. He said he was an Oka Pact. Or you use the young people to ascend to power. And then at the end of the day, when they ask you, what did you do with all of the opportunity? You say, well, you are a race car park. You're not giving opportunity. Boyka is a disgrace to people in his lineage as far as the age is concerned. Because that's the worst thing that you can ever do. When people gave you their life, when people sacrifice their all to ensure that you as an individual benefit, the best thing that you can do is look back at them, to appreciate them, to tell them thanks. So Boyka deliberately decided that for him, it's about him and not those young people that were used during the war. So guess what happened? These young people under Joseph Numa Boyka, they were abandoned. But when President Weah took over, we saw a practical approach. And I'll be going back to that video. Very soon, we'll be discussing that video. So most of you who ask, most of you who come on our post and ask the question, waiting President Weah do. These are some of the videos. For us, we are not in the business of talking much with our evidence. Every time we speak on issues, we bring you pictorial, video, or documentary evidence to what we are saying. Boyka promised the young people of Liberia. When you listen to him in his speech, Boyka made it very clear that his agenda is going to include the young people, is going to alleviate the problems that the young people are faced with of unemployment, etc., etc. I don't want you to believe it, but I will play you a video so you can hear Mr. Boyka himself. I don't want you to believe what I'm saying. Let's play the video so that you can hear. Boyka was asked. Boyka told us that for him, his agenda is to ensure that these young people are empowered. So let me go to this video. Let me see. So let's come to the video for you to watch it.
In Liberia?
Very much so. And, I have
Let me come here.
Vice President of Liberia.
Okay.
One of the areas in which is not going to be an overnight thing, team is working with. I come with a knowledge and with experience.
So let's start from
We
here.
also have to make sure that the quality of education that will prepare them for the job market.
Okay, so let's come
Unemployed.
here.
I'm there to make sure that we give the Liberian people hope, and I'm committed to that.
During the campaigning, you talked a lot about the country's youth, who
Okay,
are the
that's good.
majority of the population.
The country
Mr.
youth. So
President-elect,
he was asked on VOA about the country youth, his plan, his future for the country youth. What is his agenda, his policy for the country youth. And I want you to listen very keenly to what Mr. Brecker said concerning the young people. Then I will tell you how this man is deceptive, how this man is a liar. After allowing these young people to put their lives and everything on the line for you, you've abandoned these young people. So don't believe me. Let's listen to this interview. Let's go ahead. Let me carry this back.
Make sure that we give the Liberian people hope, and I'm committed to that.
during the campaigning, you talked a lot about the country's youth, who are the majority of the population. Mr. President-elect, we know majority of them are unemployed, which some people say is a danger to the country's stability and peace. What plans do you have for the people of Liberia, especially the youth, in terms of job creation, in terms of having faith?
So I just play you a video of what President Weah Basic, his achievement, just surface level achievement on the young people, right? So Mr. Brecker is asked as president-elect that Mr. Brecker, you are now the president-elect. Very soon you will be inducted into office as president. What is your plan for the young people? What are you planning for them? What is the dream that you are having for these young people? That when you take office, you will be able to ensure that these young people are prioritized. Listening to Brecker and listening very well.
In moving the country forward, what do you have for them?
We came with a mantra that talked about first we have a platform, and then we have a brief platform that talks about arrest, meaning agriculture, roads, the rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism. We believe these are areas in which we can jumpstart. And in those areas, we believe that our young people who are in the majority, they need to be equipped. We need to open opportunities for them to be trained and be marketable.
Joseph Numa Boyka admitted that the young people are in their majority, so that is clear. It's not an issue that we can go back and forth on. So it is clear that he said the young people are in the majority. He understands that and know that. So according to him, he wants to create an opportunity for these people employment. So my people, my question here I want to ask you. We are now in the 3rd year of Joseph Numa Boyka. The first 2 years, especially people who support Joseph Numa Boyka agenda, what are the policies, the program that we're able to experience under the 2 years of Joseph Numa Boyka as it relates to youth empowerment, youth employment, youth skills training, etc., etc.? What are the programs that Mr. Boyka has put in place for these young people that he said he will ensure that these young people are given the opportunity? No, maybe you hear me. Let me take my own time. My question to you is, Boyka is now in his 3rd year. During the period of his first 2 years, what were the programs that Mr. Boyka was able to put in place for the young people of Liberia? What are the programs that you can name, those of you who support Mr. Boyka's agenda? What are those programs that Mr. Boyka was able to set in motion for these young people? They won't answer. They will not answer. Woki, how are you? Dauda, Welcome. Mark, thank you for joining us. So, what are the programs that Mr. Bweka put in place for these young people in the first 2 years? Well, let's go ahead and listen.
We also have to make sure that the quality of education that will prepare them for the job market. But to do these, we have to be able to impress our partners and investors, the private sector investment.
So, you see, Bweka don't even have a plan for the young people. You listen to him. He said we need to provide education opportunity. We need to do this. We need to do that. But to do this, we need to impress our investors. So imagine, look, now I can see, look, sometimes when you sit, right, go to some of these old videos, take your own time and listen. Look, you will get to know that these people admitted in front of us in broad daylight that they will do nothing for us and we overlook it. Listen to this video. Bweka is not telling you what his government is going to do immediately, but Bweka is telling you and myself that he is depending on international people to help the young people. Yesterday, President Weah did not depend. We saw him in action, working along with international partners. But Bweka staying here, Bweka don't even have a plan for the young people. But he's saying that what we got to do is our international partner. We got to impress on them and this, that, and other thing. Don't believe what I'm saying. I will play this video. I will carry back and play it for you to hear what Bweka is saying. Now you can see the reason why the young people are not a priority under Joseph Numa Bweka government. Because he's still waiting for international people. And the international people going. The Swedish government that used to be a very good partner that helped His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah in training most of these young people, the Swedish government is pulling out of Liberia. The European Union, the President Weah worked with to ensure that these young people are trained. The European Union will not want to sponsor chaos in our country because they're seeing how Joseph Numa Bweka is proceeding. They are seeing how toxic the environment has become since he took over. So nobody will want to spend their money in a toxic environment. No international partner will want to spend their money behind a government that does not respect the rule of law. No international partner will want to do that. So I will carry this video back and you listen to Bweka. When he was asked about the young people, Bweka is depending on other people, not knowing or knowing very well that his budget alone is increasing, his traveling budget. The budget of Joseph Numa Bweka alone can even build us a state-of-the-art vocational school in Liberia or another university. But Bweka don't care about these young people. Those of you who are honor people posts as young people and you are insulting when we are advocating for you, continue to insult. Your insult will not move inch on us. No, it will not even carry us. If bullet did not make us afraid, threat did not make us that you're causing that what will do anything, your causing will do nothing. So you can see that Mr. Bweka has no agenda for the young people. The man is a pathological liar. 2 years, he has got 2 year pass. Can anybody name me in the period of 2 years? What was the policy implemented by Joseph Numa Bweka for these young people who are honor people post causing when you put money there say, oh, we defending Joseph Numa Bweka. We are the defender of UP. You that can be causing people for Joseph Numa Bweka and the UP. What program Joseph Numa Bweka has in place for you that 2 years ago? 2 years ago. Don't listen to Bweka. You think you're lying. Listen.
Marketable. We also, who are in the majority, they need to be equipped.
They need to
We
be
need to open opportunities for them to be trained and be marketable. We also have to make sure that the quality of education that will prepare them for the job market. But to do these,
but
we
see the
have
conjunction, but to do that. He named all of the things. Yesterday, these are things that President Weah did. You see, look, my people, we did something to ourselves that is going to hurt us for a long time. That's why whenever I sit here, I say, my worry is not about President Weah coming back. Okay, I don't know where I put it. Where did I put it? Yeah, but my people are sorry. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Go now. Mm. Fire level. Okay, so I'm sorry, my people. I'm sorry. So at the end of the day, we saw, and I will play you the video. I will go to that video again and play it. Thank you very much, Stephen Lewis. No clear policy to impact the young people educationally. Thank you so much, my brother. Let me highlight this your topic. Allow me to how you call to buy your knowledge. No clear policy. What are the policy put in place that you will be able to impact these young people as far as education is concerned? No policy at all. They asked him about empowering the young people. He named a whole arrest agenda. So the arrest agenda now have gone 2 years. But this government is brave enough to lie to you and myself by telling us that they have trained 10,000 young people. That 10,000 young people, Joseph Numa Boyka will produce them. We're looking for these 10,000 young people. I don't want you to believe me. Let's go to what the government of Liberia is saying. They say they finished training 10,000 people. What kind of wickedness is this? What kind of wickedness is this? Train 10,000 youth? Let me bring you the Sonny. Just bear with me, you know. Oh, here we can be. Uh, Yaka. Everybody, you see, you see trouble. Let me show you how you call. Let me show you what the people put. These crooks, we will expose them. We will expose them. Oh yeah, you see here, official launch of the 10K Youth Digital Transformation Project. Look at these people. Look at them. Crooks you see in coat suit. You see the other one they call him Rabbi. His stomach spread. Get how you call ratting banana. Look at them. Look at them. These are people who are telling us that they launch 10,000. They launch a program for 10,000 youth in digital transformation project. My people, where that project? I always saying that their government, where we know Jelle Von, they let to take every glory for themselves. That these people will train 10,000 young people will not see video flying around. They will not have program. They will not be making noise around. These people, according to them, they launched 10,000 young people. So where are the 10,000 young people that I say you will train? Look at them. Look at their faces. Look at them. Look at these people. In fact, let me make this thing bigger, bold, and what have you. Let me make it bigger and bold so that we all can see it. Here is it. Look here. Look at them. Oh no, I'm making it smaller. Let me make it big. Look at them. Look at them. Ministry of Post and Telecommunication. Look at these people. Look at them. And you see them? Look at them. According to them, they say they're training 10,000 young people. Where are the 10,000 young people? Where are they? These people are a bunch of crooks. These people are criminals. Why must you lie on the young people name? The money that was allocated for this training, where the money, we can see it. Where the young people they train, we can see the young people. That in the night you are training there, or you carry them to outer space to go train them, that we can see there. Unity Party, where we know the people there, even Joseph Newman Boyka want go dedicate chair for students to sit on. 2 chairs. The men will call press people, they will have hell of a big program. Where are the 10,000 people? My people, let us the Joseph Newman Boyka government. Where are the 10,000 young people they said they were going to train? Where are those 10,000 people? Where are the 10,000 young people they said they were going to train? Where are these 10,000 young people? No, let's ask ourselves. Where are those 10,000 youth? Where are they? That today we cannot see them. What is the program you have in place for them? What are the policies to impact these people's life? It's nowhere around. We can't see it. Fellow Liberians, especially those of us in the diaspora, we must begin to ask the hard questions. Let us make them feel uncomfortable to answer. And we push Joseph Newman Boyka to the wall about a $10 million project in Foya, and he came and he lied. We know that now Joseph Newman Boyka is a pathological liar because he lied. Anytime you push them men to the wall, they paper will lie. Timini Masa, he said, in your father house. Now in my father house, the 10,000. You know, I love my people, I love the comment section. The comment section can be interesting. So where are the 10,000 people? They say my father house. No way, you know, it's wonderful. That's what I lay our people for, you know. So then they can kind of get blast at you and say you can't even believe it. But anyway, that is just part of it. So that's the question we are asking. Where are those 10,000 people? Where are the policy to that they are implementing for the education of these young people? Where are they? But look at them. Look at the faces of these people who have betrayed these young people. Look at these old fools that have betrayed the young people. Those of you young people who you honor people posts and you insulting. Those of you honor people posts and you are blasting at us. You are abusing us because we are advocating for you. Look at these aspire old fools. Look at their faces. They lied and said that they were going to launch a program for 10,000 young people. Where are the 10,000 young people? Where time they conducted that training? Who conducted that training? Where are the videos that you can show to us that these people conducted training? And you'll see what we're talking about. And you'll see these criminals who have betrayed you, the young people. They lie to you. They make you to unalive some of your own brothers. You were passing around and say, yeah, you militant, you militant, you this thing, you that thing. They didn't care about you. Look at them. Look at their faces. Look at them. Leko Bangali, the minister of how you call youth and sports. You see the one standing there to say the Kosu. Look at their faces. Look at their faces. They've abandoned the young people who put their lives down to give them vote. Today, you can't see them around. The young people, they only good to use them. They don't care about you. You listening to Joseph Newman Boyka, no clear policy. Let's move this from here. We'll go to how you call Boyka, so you can hear what Boyka will tell the people about the youth. What him or call it. Listen to him.
The quality of education that will prepare them for the job market. But to do these, we have to be able to impress our partners. And
You see that? To do this, for you to be able to help the young people of Liberia, you can't talk about you got to impress your partner. Impress your partner to do what? So you don't even have a plan. You don't even have a policy. You don't even have anything in place. You got to impress your partner. My people will fall down inside. When we talk, you say we lying. Listen.
investors, the private sector investment, to make them feel that we are here for business, and this
You
business.
see, to make them feel that we are here for business. To make them feel that we are here for business, but he's not really here for business. Look, when you listen to these people, you will see and you will hear the deception in what they are saying. To make them feel that we are here for business. You see that? To make them feel that we are here for business. But is Joseph Newman Boyka here for business? Is he really here for business? What are the policy for these young people to empower them, to uplift their lives? What are the programs this government has in place? Let's go ahead.
Their investment will impact the young people, but the young people need to be trained, and we know that
So they know that the young people need to be trained. What are the training in place for these young people? What are the trainings that you have in place for these young people? What are they training for these young people? So listen.
Things that we can jumpstart that could bring the relief to the public. Like I have said, there is an outgoing government. There are a lot of areas in which we can begin to alleviate the suffering of the people.
So he said there are a lot of areas. What are the areas that they have started on to ensure that these young people's lives are impacted? He have said it, that there are so many. What are the areas? Now, the 10,000, where are they? Now, let me bring you this video again for you to watch this video. Now you will understand Joseph Newman Boyka playing for these young people that have gone 2 years and what President Weah did for the young people. Let me go back to that video and I will keep quiet for a while so you can watch that video. Now you understand why I am playing this video. Now you understand the plan of President Weah towards you, the young people. Now you see how President Weah practicalized helping the young people to uplift them. Joseph Newman Boyka have gone 2 years. He said there are many plans, but he has not implemented one or even half for these young people. But look up the man who you condemn, the man who you say he know nothing, the man who you say he know no governance business. He ain't even know nothing about governance. Look at what he was able to do for these young people. I'm going to play you this, and you see what President Weah did for these young people. Thanks to the honorable former deputy minister. He did a very perfect video. Credit to him. And I'm going to play this video and you hear it for yourself. Don't believe what I'm saying. These are things, President Weah achievement. These are just some of the achievement in the area of youth and sports. That's why when I listened the last time to D. Zoga Wilson, right? I listened to Zoga Wilson the last time talking. I laughed. I said, hey, God. I choose not to really, go after Mr. D. Zoga Wilson with any facts. I said, I will not do it. These are people where other people said things against the ministry. We came in defense of the ministry. We came in defense of the ministry because the facts were there. We displayed the facts and we defeated those arguments. To see these Zoga Wilson today telling, oh yeah, the government do nothing for how you call sport and blah, blah, blah. I can go out, just look at him and laugh. But watch this. Watch it. Now go ahead. I'm going to be quiet for a moment. I want you to hear for yourself what President Weah did for the young people. Don't believe me. Let's watch this again for the second time.
My fellow Liberians, I'm Attorney Daniel C. Gayu Jr., Deputy Information Minister of the Republic of Liberia. It's time to review President Weah's work done through the Ministry of Youth and Sports. President Weah has launched a $22 million United States youth-sponsored project to provide 21,000 youth in Montserrado, Grand Bassa, and Lofa counties with technical training and mentoring. The YAP project launched last year will also assist about 8,000 TVET graduates transition to employment and entrepreneurship. To date, 3,287 youth have been impacted. President Weah, with support from the World Bank, CEDA, and ADF, has rolled out the $42 million Realize project to benefit 53,650 vulnerable persons in 14 counties by increasing their access to income earning opportunities and by expanding their income and livelihood support. Currently, a total of 5,000 persons have enrolled for temporary employment support, while 2,800 persons have been provided grant support for business startup. President Weah has secured $26 million United States from the European Union to support technical and vocational training sector to increase youth employability and entrepreneurship. Under this project, dubbed Youth Rising, President Weah has constructed a welding and fabrication workshop and has renovated 6 other workshops at the Monrovia Vocational Training Center. He is renovating the entire campus of the Tumutu Agricultural Vocational Training Center in Bond County and has constructed an additional workshop there. President Weah is renovating the Business Domestic Occupational Center while constructing additional classrooms plus a hospitality center. All of the workshops are furnished with new state-of-the-art equipment. Under the same project, President Weah, through the Ministry of Education, has granted high school-going youth more access to technical and vocational training opportunities by constructing, renovating, and equipping TVET schools at Cape Palmas High School, Sano Multilateral High, and Jueju Multilateral High. He is renovating the whole Habel Multilateral High, including its workshops. At the Boko Washington Institute, President Weah has established the TVET Center of Excellence, which includes the renovated computer lab, the electricity, carpentry, and joinery, automotive and air conditioning and refrigeration workshops. President Weah has renovated the entire Vonjima Multilateral High and has modernized its workshop with funds received from the Swedish government. President Weah has also renovated the workshops at the William V. Stockman High with support from the Strive project funded by the French Development Agency. President Weah has recruited 120 TVET instructors for international training. The first 64 have returned and the next 56 are about to depart the country. Through the Strive project, he will build the capacity of 2,000 youths, offer capacity enhancement opportunities for 300 farmers, and provide long-term socio-professional integration of Liberian youth. To date, 5 electrical workshops, including those at Don Bosco High School and LOIC Buchanan and Monrovia centers, have been completed. He has ensured the development of an improved electricity curriculum and has strengthened the agriculture and masonry programs across the TVET sector. President Weah's passion for youth employability has resulted into the graduation of 9,785 youths, with 63% of them females, from tuition-free government TVET schools. This number does not include those benefiting from free TVET programs in public high schools. In 2019, President Weah launched the LEAP program funded by the French government. His LEAP program has provided employable and entrepreneurial skills to 11,800 youths in Montserrado, Grand Bassa, and Mangibi counties. The beneficiaries were given small grants for business startups. His LEAP program also reactivated the dormant National Youth Service Program that has recruited and provided jobs for 93 youths in 5 counties. President Weah has reactivated the National Cadet Program that has recruited 246 fresh college graduates to provide them working experience in public and private sector and has retained 95 of them on jobs in 3 counties. In 2021, President Weah completed a substantial portion of the Youth Opportunities Project that benefited 14,108 youths in 15 counties. This was a World Bank and CEDA funded project. Under a component, 10,000 youth received labor subsidies and 14,108 received funding for small business support. President Weah also completed a very substantial portion of the AFDP-funded YEEP project to strengthen the capacities of UL, BWI, and NCCC to enable them design and deliver entrepreneurship and employment generation programs for youth. President Weah has ensured the allocation of budgetary support for the Coastal Sanitation TECY project, which provided temporary employment for over 5,000 beneficiaries in Montserrado, Bombing, Grand Bassa, Nimba, and River G counties. He also reactivated the Youth Connect program that has created training opportunities for over 50,000 youth. President Weah has reactivated the Adolescent Sexual Reproductive Health Program, under which he has built a youth center in Tanning, Grand Cape Man County with support from UNFPA. The center has provided 7,524 at-risk youth access to HR services, and 361 girls have been trained in livelihood skills support. President Weah has refurbished the SKD Sports Complex to meet international standards after the stadium was banned for failure to meet CAF's minimum standards since 2015.
You've listened substantially uninterrupted to some of the workings of President Weah in impacting the young people's life. You listening to it? This is not something we are making up. This is not something we are just saying. But thank God the video evidence are there. You can go and check it up so as to corroborate what we are saying, whether it is truth or it is lie. Thank God for these videos. And we will continue to play these videos and ask the Unity Party, what are you doing for the young people? Again, what are you doing for the young people? We are now in the third year of the Unity Party. The first year, what was the program set in place for these young people? The second year, what was the program set in place for these young people? What do you have on your agenda for these young people? My people, and you see what we can be telling you about? When we say to you that this government has no plan for the young people, when we say to you that the young people in this government are only good to be used by Joseph Numa Boyka, you see it? Look at what President Weah did. No. You hear it for yourself. It's not something I am making up. You heard it for yourself. You saw it. There were videos, evidence to show. President, we are scattering how you call TVET centers around the place so that these young people can have opportunity. You know the plan of President Weah? And I was privileged to hear this. I'm not saying from second party, third party, fourth party. I'm saying he's talking and I'm listening. You know what President Weah said? President Weah said when we're in Liberia, he said, look, my dream for the education sector is that even when you leave high school and because of one or two reasons you cannot further your study to the university, you must have a skill that will be able to live with you and you can use it to sustain yourself. I'm not saying I hear from somebody say before the other person can tell me, say, I am saying that I'm sitting and President Weah is speaking. Let me tell you something. Somebody one time asked me, they say, Prince. I say, yes. They said, my man, I have never, ever seen you posting a picture with President Weah. What happened? Is it that since this government took over, you've never had the opportunity to sit with President Weah or to go to him and take photo with him and what have you? So I told this person, I said, you know what? All of us are different and we do things differently. We are different and do things differently. Picture is not our concern. We have an assignment, we have a duty. And that duty is to protect our institution and His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah. We are soldiers. These things, we see it as a privilege, yes. But when we have that privilege, we don't put it out for other people to see. My life, who I talk to, what I do. I don't come put everything on Facebook. So sometimes you will not even see me post. I'm not somebody who just recently I start posting picture. I don't like this thing. Pictures, at the appropriate time, you will see pictures. So what I'm saying is that we sat with President Weah, and when President Weah was talking, he said, look, my dream is nobody should leave high school without any training or without any skills. That was the dream of President Weah, and we saw it being actualized in the video that I'm playing to you. President Weah said, look, I've lived in other countries. I see what happened. When these people leave from high school, they already get some kind of skills. Well, we can do the same here too. So the intent of President Weah was that all the public university, the public schools, all of them should have vocational training attached to them. That when you leave from in your classroom, you can come and do other your mechanic, or you can come and do whatever skills you want to do. You can come and do it. That at the end of the day, when you are graduating from high school, you already graduate with something in you. You know that you're not yet going to go sit down and wait for how you call LU entrance before, but you can start to sustain yourself. That is President Weah talking. I'm not saying somebody tell me, say, I sitting here, you talking it, I hearing it. He said, that's my dream. He said, look, this second term of my presidency, I want to focus on the issue of the education, both formal and informal, and I want to focus on the issue of health and road, and also empowering our people. He said, because when you have a nation that is educated, education doesn't only mean to go to university and come out with BSc. You know, if you have the opportunity to sit with President Weah, I'm telling you, you will spend 5 hours not even knowing that you spend 5 hours near him. That's why I'm saying to all of us, please, the CDC USA convention will be this year from June 24th to the 28th. I want to appeal to you, be part of that particular convention. If you have the opportunity to sit with President Weah and listen to him, you will spend 5 hours near that man. You will not even know that are 5 hours you spend near him. I'm telling you, you will never know. You know, when people are explaining practical and real life story, it is almost like you are watching a show. I'm telling you. Okay, Samuel, edit and publish. Oh, President Weah development. Okay. Yeah, you are right. And we are putting all of these videos together. You are right. You are right, Samuel King. Yeah, you are right. So we are doing it. They got a team that is doing it. They are, working behind the scene. They are doing these things, and we will be able to. So, Sonia out there. Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you. So when you sit with President Weah, and when he starts to explain, when he starts to talk and start to tell you about, himself, about what is going on, so now you get shocked and say, wow, is this man? So you see that. So at the end of the day, fellow Liberians, this is where we are. When you have the opportunity to sit with President Weah, you learn. I had the opportunity, and President Weah was talking about his plan. Look, the plan of President Weah was that nobody who is carrying baby in their stomach. No, let me say this. I want you to listen to me. The second term of President Weah, what President Weah was working on, along with his international partner, asking for their support. No woman that get baby in your stomach, pregnant woman, will have to go to the hospital for treatment and should be turned back. Nobody from Liberia that is pregnant, that get baby in their stomach, will have to go to any hospital and they turn that person back. That was what President Weah was working on. His plan was that to ensure that every baby man in that country must be able to go to every public health facility. I'm talking about private. I said to public health facility and take the best treatment without anybody turning you back. Whether you get money or you not get money, whether you rich or you not rich, whether you poor or you not poor, whether you cripple or you not cripple, whether you blind or whatever, you must go to the hospital. And but look, my worry here, and I will always say this, it's not about President Weah coming back, because he will come back. I'm thinking about the damage that this government, Unity Party government, is causing. How President Weah will come to start back from square nothing. Because the progress that we were on, it was too great. That was President Weah speaking. He said, why is it that in Liberia, as small as our population is, that women can go to the hospital, especially public hospital, and get the best of treatment, and government can be able to pay? If we can pay our doctors good, that's the reason why you saw President Weah carrying the doctors' pay. Some doctors that were making $500-600, President Weah was able to carry their money all the way to $2,000. Doctors in Liberia. And I said doctor anywhere. I said doctors in Liberia. That was what President Weah did. Doctors under Madam Ellen Johnson leader are making 700, some of them 500, some of them, $800. President Weah took their money and carried straight to $2,000. Because President Weah said, when these people are adequately paid, they will pay time to the government hospitals. So when they are adequately paid, at the end of the day, we can be able to ensure that we have medical equipments in those hospitals and facility. At the end of the day, the doctor is excited to be able to cater for our people. That was President Weah plan. Sometimes, look, when I say that, look, my as I'm talking this thing, I want to my hair, look, I want punch and kick people. I lie to you. If only some of us we have the power to say, yeah, we can beat people for them to change result. Look, oh, my brother,
Yeah.
Jake, welcome, my brother.
Yeah, salute,
Brother.
salute a happy new year to you and to the fans, to the followers. Salute 2026 to everybody. We're back here again. This new year. We're growing. So you're please have to share the video to all the followers, the fans. Don't never stop. Time don't wait for nobody. So you have to share the video. Respect and happy new year to you and your family.
Oh, my brother, yeah, thank you so much. I just want to turn this over to you on the issue of what happened today. I'll talk my own, you can talk your own. I'll be on mute and listening to you for a while.
Yeah, generally, what Miller you want me to wrap with?
Today, the court was able to dissolve, let's put it this way for the people to understand, the entire jury. This issue of the
Yeah.
Hassan case, from the very beginning, we said that this was political, that the government have no evidence against, members of the CDC or lawmakers of the CDC. They were only doing it to intimidate these people and be able to use Joseph Newman Burka using his office to scare these people and try to incarcerate them falsely. All of the state witnesses that came to testify against Fonati Kofa, Abu Bana Kamara, Dixon Simo, and the rest of the other guys, none of the testimony that they gave or the things they said was in order. All of they say super witness, state witness, that the other witness, when you can't get testimony, forget it. Fonati Kofa, then will be in jail, will not be easy. These people came and all of the things they said, when they were being examined by the lawyers, everything fall down flat. It did not have no merit in it. Asking them questions, then even some of them were not even on the scene. They said, oh, that somebody tell me, they may tell me, and this tell me. All of the super witnesses they say they have, state witness, all of them, after being examined, cross-examine them, ask them questions, they get nothing to say. Gele Como, me I call him Gele Como. Gele Como went and brought the entire Liberia court law, put it down. So what are we looking for in the court law? What is the court law proving to us here? And the defense counsel was asking, so the plenty of paper where you bring, don't brown court, the other brown court, the other brown court, to prove what? Why you bring this? To prove what? I thought you're supposed to be coming here to say, here is the call log when this person call this person, here's the recording, and say, oh, y'all go and go burn the place. You bring plenty of paper. So what must we do with this plenty of paper that you have here? What are we supposed to do with it? What are we supposed to do? Fellow Liberians, and to my brother Jake, all of the witnesses, all of them fell flat. They're not able to answer any question. Their statements are not even together. One person saying this, the other person saying that, all kind of different things. To the extent, even the prosecutor, the people then, the state lawyer then, who's supposed to be prosecuting the case, they asking their own people who they bring, the people confused. So just as was expected, the government lawyer say, or the prosecution say, all of the jurors then that on the chair, on the bench that listen to the case, you move all of them, and I want them, they change them. So the defense lawyer say, but when they people then y'all approve of them, that y'all say the people then can't say that. The people saying that y'all examine them, everything, and y'all agree with the people saying that. We're going in the case now after reaching almost to a very good portion for us to conclude the case. Y'all say, no, you don't want the people again. Then what happened? So the case now, they carry to the Supreme Court. So we want to hear from you. And also the issue of how you call the youth policy. What policy does this government have in place? Because as far as I'm concerned, since they said they get 10,000 people that they're supposed to train, up to now we're still looking for the 10,000 people where they finish training. We're not seeing them yet. We're looking for them. Maybe you say you know where they are. So, my brother, I rest my case and we'll listen to you as you flow.
Yeah, thank you once again. New Year to you, to your family, and the followers that are here always to share our video. Sharing is free. So you please help to share the video in respect to everybody and you share the video. Prince, let me say something. 2 years gone. Thank God we're going forward. Continue until 2029 when nothing ugly happened in the country by playing by the Unity Party to stop the CDC from power. But if you can see everything that they're doing, the writing is on the wall. Thank God the case gone to the Supreme Court, the highest court. But by right, if Bouakai then was smart to put the country in peace, they went to United Nations. You saw that ceremony with Louis Brown. He could just tell those people, because if you look at the reality in that case, Liberian people, that he's in the cookie jar, the Unity Party he's in the cookie jar. They bring a reality. They know what's up. They bring that Capitol building. Oh no, they are washed. Oh no, President Bouakai washed as President of the Republic. So that the Unity Party is tinted. They let destruction. They don't let to build. It's reality. Liberian people, you all know that. You all read our playbook. They let destruction. They don't let to build. A reality with all Liberians. They never build nothing during our first term. I can still remember that first leader, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, long time ago, when they wanted to come to power, they were anxious for that power. Today they got that power. When she said they must destroy the executive mansion obeying 24 hours. The same mansion she talked about got destroyed during our civil crisis. And she came and she presided as president of the Republic, commander-in-chief of the armed forces. But she was sitting right side the executive mansion for 12 good years, working at the foreign ministry. Millions of dollars were allocated to renovate the executive mansion. Today, he never renovated the executive mansion. Bouakai was vice president. They allocated millions of dollars. Facts. Until George Brown came along, the woman that said they would bring the executive mansion, she was being 24 hours. 12 good years, she never renovated the executive mansion. So the Unity Party, they don't like to build. But the reality, on her watch, she was, according to statistics, during her government, the Unity Party was one of the most corrupt government to grace that lane, that reality. You can go fact check anything here. So for me, they don't like to build, they like to destroy. Now, why when Bouakai came to power, our first branch of government was gotten on fire. He came on the crime scene, the brawling, the parading on the crime scene. Y'all know the statement he said. I'm not going to repeat it. You can do your own research. So the Unity Party, they know who bring the first branch of government because they want that total control of power. Because they knew the co-founders were there. So if you can let me remind followers, before the first branch of government was gotten on fire, You don't know what happened in the country. The speaker house went on fire for that tea when he was speaker in the rehab bill. That was the first signal. When you were speaker, they put a house on fire. Today, nobody know who put that house on fire for Natiko house on fire. They even stopped there. I know they wanted certain documents and whatsoever to destroy some evidence. Now they put the first branch of government on fire. So the Unity Party not noted for barely anything. They noted for destruction. The violent group of people, they're not tolerant. It's in their playbook, it's in their doctrine. More read it. The founder of the Unity Party, they anxious for power. They love power. They can do anything for power. So it's not surprising me that they will carry the case to the Supreme Court. Our president broke every law in a particular country because we don't have a great legislature. We have strong type legislature. The president urinated the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. They see constitution, they see law. When he was vice president of the Liberian Senate, honor his word, tenure position was never tempered upon when Georgia was in power. They brought that tenure position to not interfere into a lot of things. He came and destroyed everything. The Liberian people sit quietly and watch it. Watch 80 years or plus men destroying the nation in that kind of manner. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, they left it there. Georgia abide by all the rules of law with all the high protest. So it's a political wish hunt. Every wish hunt, they have political president on that watch. If you can compare to CDC, they used to call Georgia a dictator. I don't know what they were thinking. How can Georgia acquire a peaceful man will be a dictator? But now, if you look at our posture, the way they act, the way they govern the country, everybody fear the country. Investors fear the country. Nobody coming to the country to put billions or millions of dollars in the country. The State Department, POHO in all their things, they send letter to them. They know it. The Unity Party know it. 2 good years. So, Prince, reality, I don't think nothing will change now. Let's wait for the Supreme Court verdict. When it happened, but if you ever Liberian are looking at that case, they just want to drag it on. For me, it's a distraction to take Liberian people from the bread and butter issue. Then they will take them to that particular Capitol buildings, Arson Saka that they created. It's under the Unity Party. If they really want to govern the country, really want to put the countries at certain level to leave legacy, they should forget about that burning up the Capitol building. Yeah, and just let it go because they know, all of them know who they know it. So I'm surprised now they're talking about CCTV in the country now. You see a circulator on social media that they want CCTV on our bases, junctions, our roads. The same group of people were crying for CCTV, were bashing CCTV. When Georgia said, yeah, let's have CCTV to a lot of places, government entity, other places. They came strictly and condemned it. Oh, what we do with CCTV? We're talking about the bread and butter issue. Yet now, we're talking about CCTV now. So that CCTV too will eat. When you're talking about CCTV, we don't have total electricity in the country. Total electricity now in the country, then you're talking about CCTV. It's another waste of money, another waste of stealing money. We got a lot of things to do. When you're talking about CCTV, the CCTV, you people creating SARS. Y'all want to implement CCTV because y'all want to get kickback. Y'all want to put your participating into very, very contract to bring CCTV while we're talking about total electricity in the country 178 years old. Yeah, going to 2026 July, we make 179 years old. The oldest independent nation, nothing we can show for. So they're dragging up back. So that case, they left with the Supreme Court, but I know it's a political wish hunt. It's a distraction to the country, serious distraction. As people thinking about the country improvement, then they will bring back the case. Then everybody, you will see journalists, newspaper, everybody talking about the Absalom case. It's a waste of time, waste of taxpayer money, because every case is expensive. So if the Unity Party really want to lead, like I said, they have to forget about that particular case and focus on the issue and empowering the Liberian people, the healthcare, education, the inflation that start racketing the country, the economy is in the toilet, nothing working for the country, nothing seriously working for the country, 2 years into their presidency. So I don't know how the Unity Party and the president can sleep at night to make comparison between the CDC, George Weah CDC, and the Boubacar Unity Party. To make that comparison, say, oh yeah, we took you from power, we can do better than you people. But you're doing it for the way you say Georgia will not come back. What can I see, you're saying, what can I think you're telling the Liberian people? How can the Liberian people be convinced that Georgia shouldn't come back? When you were developing the country, doing a lot of things, there's not a propaganda, because I told you people here, yeah, we don't preach propaganda. It's reality, because we support somebody that ruled the country for, you can call it 6 years, you can call it 4 years because of COVID. We got somebody that ruled the country. Now everybody showcasing all the main projects in the Republic of Liberia, all his fingerprint now. Before, a lot of people never knew. But people showcasing everything now. Can the Unity Party compete? And while he went in his church and said, he said, well, beside mountains that are built in this country since 1847, you never had feeder road. Never had roads. The man generated a lot of things. He said, can you do comparison? That's the debate in the country. Can the Unity Party match it? When you talk about it, then they start to insult. It's not about insulting. It's about moving the country forward. That's the only thing. What can baffle me and followers? You have to share this video. The Unity Party just feel they alone pledge allegiance to the Republic of Liberia, for which they stay. All the other pledge allegiance to that country. They don't believe the country for them, so they want to wish on a lot of people. But I'll tell you every day, you cannot wish on people, because all of you are in power now. Most majority of your children, they're not living in the country. I see Jeremiah Pierre then threatening people that criticize the government, in which they did for many, many years. Other that comfort in America, the other places, destroy the CDC, but they have the audacity that nobody should criticize them. If you criticize them, they want to wish on you, they will go after you. How can you go after somebody? We know where you guys' parents live. We know you guys' children are. The country is a small country. Your family is not in Liberia, other than in the Western world, someone in Europe, Sweden, America, the other places. But you always try to wish on other people or threaten other people. And we know the schools, we know the community, we know the states, the schools your part of children and go. It's about family. You hustling for your family. You earning the taxpayer money for your family to build your own family. So why when you destroy another person, that when you too have a same opportunity to destroy the government, to say a lot of things, but when they say against your government, then you're angry, you're all in the corridor sending their message, sending all kind of things in. You will do this to people. The country is small. The country for everybody. If you wish on somebody, don't wish on I tell people, I'm not afraid for anybody. Never. Because you're doing the same thing in your corridor. So, Prince, the Unity Party, we're starting this 2 years now. Prince, but I know, I wait for the Supreme Court, but I know the Supreme Court, they are smart, top judges and lawyers down there. The bench is heavily charged. They will never plan that country to chaos. They know what we pass through. So you know what, you know what the Unity Party, I like what's going on now. They're building property, Prince. All of them building massive property in the country. They get something to lose now than the opposition. All that threatening message will stop. It will start this year. It will start. Seriously, it will start. Let me give you some scenario quick before we come into our topic. When I told you the men are ruling America, Donald J. Trump, the president that I like, that I support, I'm a black conservative, I'm a Republican. People will ask, oh, why are you black conservative? Why are you Republican? Because they don't read. They don't read, but I won't go to that story. But you see what happening in Iran today? Protesters, listen, I was saying to the followers here, breaking arms against protesters. We can start carrying that complaint. See what happened in Iran? Trump just said, he tweeted on a True Social. He said, they're killing people in Iran because they're protesting because of inflation, the currency devalue, and other things. Then rich country with oil. He said, if anybody kill a peaceful protester in that country, he's coming for the regime. So there's a caveat for, there's a signal to the Unity Party who say they're arrogant, they great common. It's time now. It's time for you to change course, Mr. Cuomo. If anybody can link it to you, your name is in Washington, D.C. already. Your government is tinted bad. You look at the State Department record. The thing they told you. It's time to act. You saw what Trump did in Nigeria concerning the Christianity. And your people brought in guns from Turkey. New guns. Why the people suffering in the country to protect your power? If you continue, your days are numbers. Let me tell you now. You see where you were calling shot in Washington a lot was propaganda shot. You were calling, but this time is reality. The videos are all there. So if you're cracking down on people, cracking down on protesters, to intimidate protesters, while you're there for many years, under the CDC, the highest protest that ever exists in that country, it's time the game has been played. The second phase of the match is on now. I call it the Champions League. It's retain is on now. They call it fire for fire. If anytime the Liberian people they get a constitutional right to protest, and will document everything now to give it forward to the European Union. We'll give it to the European Union. We'll march to the State Department. We'll march to Washington, D.C. This time we're putting your feet to the fire, no matter what. If you want to govern the country peacefully, you will govern the country, but the peace lasts in you people here. CDC will never bow down to nobody, no more. The glove is up, Prince. The mask is off. So it's time now. We're just watching now for them to start this new year.
Thank you so much, my brother Jake. Thank you so much. You know, I like the way you put it, and I like the way you explain it. Why it is true that maybe somebody will say, "When I agree with the radical posture," but that's your your route, and we respect that. There is this issue that I want us to talk about. Maybe we can just talk about this and then we call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
President Weah made some real strong statements in the church relative to how this government is proceeding in using force against citizens that want to express themselves. He also latched at some individuals who think that they've arrived and they can fight the party. He sent out a caveat to them.
The CDC.
Yeah, this is the party that made you.
But he named anybody special that was in the CDC or those that left the CDC.
No, those that left those that left the CDC and attacking the CDC.
Okay, let's start to say okay.
Yeah.
But how about present people within the CDC? Nobody.
No, he did not.
Basically, but he called a name.
He was he just spoke and advised people who are attacking the party, and we all know people who are actually attacking the party from out, who the party made them to be what they are. But if you like, we can play it for you to
Yeah, I know. I heard it. Both I heard it okay. In the church. I heard the message.
Yeah.
Definitely. A lot of followers. It been a place now. A lot of followers follow it. People share it.
Thank you. So, what do you make of the president's speech? Others are saying that, Mr. President, some of these things that you are saying, you went down very high on people, and you were very strong. We believe that it's now about time for you to take the fight to the Unity Party. In that particular conversation, the president said, "Me, the player, you choose. I will not go around and be talking. I don't come go run beyond nobody. That's your choice. You make your choice. At the appropriate time, you go back. You do what is right. If you will go to do the same thing, where it will be up to you." But what do you make? What did you capture from what he said, especially in the church? Let's hear from you, sir.
Praise, it's a lot of things, but let me break some things then down. I'll tell people here they like to argue, even followers of the CDC, or we are ashamed. This man is a celebrity during his time, football. So a lot of people don't know George Weah. They only see him as a president at that time, all the war. They love him, what he did around the world. But if you're in the confront of this man, we that have the opportunity by the grace of God and things that bless some of us, to let's say to come in here, to come close to him, to listen to him, we have that opportunity for many times or many years to associate ourselves with him before he even became president of the republic, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. So when we're telling Liberian people that this man have his radical side, they can say, "Hey, Che, I'll tell people here, there's nobody in the Republic of Liberia reality. Those that know him, Google him and ask questions. Nobody stubborn and radical in George Weah. Well, Liberian people can say, let me put it like our Gonan way. It's a Bana man. Everything Bana people know, he knows it. Very stubborn man. But he got a peaceful nature. He got a calm attitude. But when the match is piling off, you don't know who they call George Weah. So I can be looking at Liberian talking about, I can see followers, they say, "Church that weak, church that this, church that this." Because most of them are novice. They don't know him. They stay far before they know him. Even some people are even near the corridor of the president, the former president now. Most of them now, I can call them some of them newcomer. Because of politics, they came in line with that man, but they don't really know him. He radical than anybody that graced that lane. Radical, real radical. Let me tell you something. They tested it. He tested it in the country before, with the former president Charles Gange Taylor and Chucky Taylor. We know the story. When Chucky was fearful in the Republic of Liberia, and Charles Taylor was fearful. Let me ask Liberians here. Facts. When George Weah used to go in the country, Charles Taylor knew George Weah associated himself with the late Samuel Doe. So let me ask you a question. He had his nightclub in other places, other things then. Anybody within the MPP at that time aroused George Weah a cronies? No. Because he showed a radical side before. But I won't go into duty. It's a radical. The glove is off now. The glove is off. Y'all wash up, Liberian people. Y'all mark this video. You say Jay said it. Right after the World Cup, July in America, he appointed as chairman on racism, discrimination, and get a piece of job to do with FIFA. And I told you people, no matter how you can think him, he's the richest Liberian now as we speak. The richest Liberian as we speak. Let me break something down for you people. Because you're so gullible. People raised with Lala. Why he went into that church, he tell you, I never came from a poor background. You can fact check it or you can say whatsoever. FIFA worth over $6 billion with a B Liberian. FIFA. The headquarters very close to me here in Geneva, Switzerland. The headquarters in Switzerland. Infantino, the FIFA president, is a personal friend. I'm breaking things down here for you. It's a personal friend to George Weah, Infantino, the Italian. He played for AC Milan. And Infantino is a personal person to the 47th president of America, Donald J. Trump. Personal person. The World Cup trophy as we speak now, residing in the warehouse, is in the Oval Office. It's sitting in the corner of the Oval Office. So he had that friendship with the Republican Party. Seriously, he get it here in Washington, D.C. When I tell you, Joel said, he's a global darling of Liberia and replaced Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. You can take it for granted, but because you don't know some of us, I'm a whistleblower for my country, not for George Weah. For my country, facts. I did a piece of job for my country before. No matter how it went, I'm a whistleblower. They get different type of blowing whistle. They get people that can think your reputation on them. I'm gonna whistle blowing. I live in the Western world. I locate where money keeping for Liberians. Well, or Liberia. They are playing on Liberia for many, many years. We get billions of dollars or some multi-billion dollars. You only have to have the ego out to fund it. A daily for the former president, millions of dollars, they allocated it, but they put me to the back burner. They pay me. They never compensate me. That's the issue I have with the CDC people at that time. I said a whistleblower. A blue whistle concerning the Liberian maritime. Facts. The Cohen family, I blew the whistle. 2018 to 2019. I went to Monrovia at the Jamaican resort. I blew that whistle. I told the president the war after it with Mageddon at that time. And the repeat benefit. And today, because of me, we get a LESCA headquarters in the Republic of Liberia. Because of me, LESCA, the agent are responsible for our maritime. LESCA, they're responsible. Since child, I blew that whistle. I knew everything talking about concerning the Liberian maritime. And at that time, the former president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, was lying to the Liberian people, taking huge amount of money, but they portrayed the country that was taking chicken change in a king and blow that whistle, raise my leg, and blow that whistle for the government. I had other 3 whistles to blow until they changed the government now, and they changed the CDC government. But I tell you people, I said I will never blow that whistle until I sign an agreement with any government that will be in power. Let me tell Liberians tonight. Another sedition. No. Another we are ashamed. I'll say every time on this platform. Another sedition. Another we are ashamed. I know the president. Long time. I know him. He knows me. So that we are ashamed things and I know him before all that political things that have been happening. So another week, I want to tell people another sedition. Another we are ashamed. The day jury are not in politics anymore. I keep quiet because I know the country is divided. I know what he meant for that country. We 178 years, so July will be 179. We're going to 180 by the grace of God. All nation, nothing. So Joe will have a radical side. He said, hey, you already faced into the CDC, he left with them. He said, fire for fire, 2026. The country is in the Unity Party here. Honor George Weah, he said one statement that I love. He said, honor my watch, there will be no checkpoint in this country. Yeah, Baba now watch, yeah, Baba now rule. And honor his why there was no checkpoint. He transferred power. While they were counting vote, he conceded. Because he was a little bit angry. He conceded to the Unity Party. See where we are today, 2 years into their presidency. The tangible, whatsoever, if you want to be, if you can take on your political hat and be real to yourself, that's it. We want for our country to grow. We pledge allegiance to the Republic of Liberia. We want for our country, we won't compare our country to other African countries because we travel a lot. Other people growing, but our country today, we have a radical side. We have zero radical side. So, Prince, the fire will start after the World Cup. Believe me. He get too much money now. Too much. He having over, I would say it was Liberian people here, they lucky or not. Besides some playing football, besides the presidency. He controlling over $200 million budget. I just saying it. FIFA was $6 billion. You can fact check me here. Over 6. He controlling, he has office in Geneva and he has office in Morocco. 2 offices. He has his own FIFA security. After he was embarking on traveling to a lot of countries concerning the worker that we stationed in America, and the 200 that we stationed in America in July. So after that, probably he would tell Infantino, I'm ready to concentrate on that country now. The Liberian people want me back, probably. But the ball is in the Unity Party code to keep the peace. If they feed it nasty, the nastiness will be played. When I will go, I tell you, the radical side will come with George Weah. You will never, first of all, I like it. I like how the country is looking like now. The country is highly divided. 100% divided, 17,000 votes, you can see them. Even like Lester Tenney that left the CDC, all of them saying it now, the country is highly divided. Even running CNN, they come into that segment that they know the country is divided. The military, when in a society, if a military is divided, it's bad, it's very troubling. The military is highly divided. Don't see that bunch of people that are controlling the military, they call the Lufin are controlling the military with the army chief Follett. The police is divided. The military is divided. The EPA is divided. Imagine you take away over 203 EPS. You tell the country, you say they are CDC EPS. How can you do that? Like the country that spend millions of dollars to train these people, you put them aside. Listen, the security threat in the country is high. It's seriously. If the Unity Party cannot change codes and the president advisor, because the boy see his code, he's 80+ years old. If he can carry the country down, they will carry it down. It's time for the president to start reconciliation. Please, I'm telling you here now, a peaceful protest went on follow Iran. It never happened before under Ayatollah, the supreme leader of Iran. Trump said it. He said, anybody be killed, he coming for them. That similar thing, we'll test the Unity Party, we'll test them a few days, we'll test them in Liberia. Then they come up with all that gun they brought from Turkey to can kill people. You will see what will happen. It's anybody's constitutional right to protest, but what if they don't change codes to govern the country? Imagine every sedition waiting for 2029. So the Unity Party kind of say, oh yeah, we are lucky. We are very lucky. Everybody craving for 2029. You will see people will see protest up and down, yes. But nobody wants to tackle government. Everybody's waiting. Everybody that call 2029, 2029, 2029, 2029. But from that time, everywhere they wanted government change, they wanted step down protest, retire protest, all the protests that they held. So the Unity Party should be lucky that only one man protesting in the countries. Molu, please, I will tell people here tonight, keep the video. A judge will take all of his garment, like a peaceful garment, and choke it aside. Pray, you will see the country where Joseph, they will never contain the country, they will never contain that country. When Joshua decided to say, okay, listen, the glove is on, off now. He able to, and I tell you, every day, Joshua able to commit over 1 million people on the street for days and days. Not stupid June 7 protest. I think about if the Trump president decide to be radical, hey, we pray for the peace of the country. That's all we want. But we want for the Unity Party to protect everybody. Yeah, you mute, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so very kindly, my brother. Thank you so very kindly. I think you put it out correctly. And I want to say this to those of our brothers who follow the Unity Party. It is unfortunate that this party, judging from the person who is leading, Joseph Numa Boyka, as far as his age is concerned and his quote-unquote experience is concerned, we expect better from this old man in terms of policy, in terms of program, in terms of implementation, in terms of bringing Liberians together. But Liberia is more divided than ever before in the history of our country. Today, you can literally see the division. You can feel the division. You look, the division is so visible that you don't even have to go around looking. You can see it. Joseph Numa Boyka have so divided this country to the extent that you are either blue or you are green. We never expected our country to be plunged into this chaos and this anarchy. Never expected that. We thought based on this man's experience and his age, he would make the sacrifice to say, no, for me, age is no longer in my favor. I love Liberia. So let me put this country together so that when I shall have leave this earth, people will say, oh, that honor Joseph Numa Boyka, Ali, we want to put the young people together.
Exactly. You read, you nailed it. Yes.
We expect that Joseph Numa Boyka will say that and say, look, even if I will not do anything, let me leave a legacy that when I am gone from this earth, that people will remember me. That when my children are passing, they will say, yeah, that that he the one put it in here. But today, it's not what we are seeing. To the extent that we can see a president who will be so adamant and will swear and say, I want to move the speaker. Until the speaker move, my heart will not be satisfied. ECOWAS came to talk to him. Say, no, that man will move him. They already have a plan. Today, when we see what is happening in the court with this issue, how you call, dissolving the juror and all the other things, is because Joseph Numa Boyka is seriously involved into this. The man is so vindictive to the extent that he wants to see the CDC and everybody that is associated with the CDC down. I think this is wrong. And like I always say, and I will want to say this, to you, the young people who have the opportunity to work in this government, we'll continue to advise you. And the reason why we are advising you is not because we are afraid, but because there are some of you young people, you still have future. The likes of people like, Mo Aliden. The likes of people like, Amos Stewart and LPRC, and etc., etc. If you people will allow this old man to use you to make your country look small for you, You will run and you will see no place to stop. You are the ones that's supposed to be telling Joe Boyka that Papa, that we don't want to be here. We stay young. Our future stay here. We got nowhere to go. Because some of you can't even work in this Western world. You can't work here. With the kind of thing that you can't work here. Because the first thing is, when you throw your degree from Liberia and bring it here, the people disqualify it and disregard it. That's the first thing. You can't work here. Some of you with the kind of lifestyle that you used to, you're not able to here, my brother. Yeah, that hustler grind.
But let me cut you up. But come on, example. You nearly read there. Come on, example. That last Chush, what was saying you are the smartest Liberian to live. He was in America. Henry Costa ever worked there in any corporate war? He ever, with all the degree, he not be insulting everybody. He lived in the greatest country on earth in America. But Henry Costa never went to work. He was sitting there in a confirm, preaching propaganda, smearing the government at that time. And Liberian people were supporting him. So you need it. You need it. But let me say something quick. Sorry for intruding. Let me say something. You know why they don't talk now? Let me tell you, Prince, let's be real. Let's be real here. Me allowed to call it shot. You know why they're not talking? In the early stage, the 2 years into the presidency, they're keeping money. Prince, I told you people here, you're watching see. 4 years, it will reach 2026, 2027. A lot of people will resign from the Unity Party. Those that get political future. You know why they don't like to? I'm telling you yet, a reality you will see it because money, they're not acquire enough money here that they will solidify themselves. In case they sack them for that balance 2 years, they can live, they will manage themselves, they will pinch their money until they wait for the real things to come. Watch it 2027. I said there will be a breakaway for in the Unity Party. You think a lot of smart people not know what the Unity Party doing? You think they want to carry the country back to war? When the M1 20 in the building the houses in the night, more Ali, they all of them young. CDC build up property, CDC ministers and others build up property. They were jealous of these people. Then they too bailing. You see, they were throwing the country to war, but we know that kind of family and that kind of relative they're burning children into. We get know that wife go to school. They will not harass them too. They will not bring their own horses down too. Don't forget the country is an evil nation. Eh? It's an evil nation. So watch and see, Prince. They will take this to the bank. In 2 more years, 2027, they secure money. They will speak up. They will. If you sack, they don't care. They will speak up. But now you cannot speak up. You speak up, they will silence you. When they silence you, when you was left home. So these guys want to keep. I told you they keep the power because of jealousy. But they're bidding that way. They're bidding that on a property. What the devil? What the issue that will happen in the country? That wish one, they said the wish hunting. You will drag other leaders into former leaders in. Watch it. I'm telling you here, the damage that will happen in the Republic of Liberia, all of them will give up. They will tell the president. They say no, we have to stop it because they bid print. They print. Go video, go see the mansion they got. CDC was a joke. Let me tell you, CDC official, the horse was a joke. Now, go see the garden mansion, go see duplex. You believe in 2 years' time the team Facon stand up? Facon? Pray. The videos all surfacing. They can't hide it anymore. They can't put it in people's name that are all of them in the executive branch of government. In all places, even the genius staff, the deputy, the assistant, all of them being duplex and mansion. So they will turn the country to war. All that property they will bring down. They try one person property in our country, all of them will go to. Pray. When I'm telling you, the fire for fire starting 2026. Watch and see. You say, yeah, Jake. You wait on this. How you sense it? The glove will be off. Watch and see. Watch and see. Go ahead. Watch and see. I beg you, man.
You know, you are right. You are right, my brother. You are right. And I
they
think
they get more to lose than CDC now.
You are right, my brother. And I want to say thank you. You know, I want to say thank you for the time. I think time have caught up with us, but I want to say thank you for taking up.
You know what? I'm sorry. You know why I want to get credence to Sir Joseph then? The president finish addressing them.
Sure.
No,
Yeah, you're right.
they're not relevant. That's what Thomas Fala say, oh, my own is my own. Time will come, your own will be your own. The only, listen to me, sir, we know what Sir Joseph go to the Unity Party. A conflict of interest. The conflict of interest because they get all their property, all their businesses with the mining company, the concession companies, all their trucks and other things, their bosses, all of them with these people. So he had to wind it down. It's a political game. You know, United Party, United Party are super people. You know, Sir Joseph definitely hijacking the paper because of troubles. You can see in and around the paper again. But Prince, the United Party, when I say the low IQ people, then they can be they're very low IQ. Look at the cycle of the president now. From the beginning, we seeing that now near the president. So Lofien, the Tomo Fala, the Sir Joseph, and what they used to criticize, they used to insult. So we shouldn't get it credit. Sure. The president has been hijacked by CDC stooge. So they're so stupid. We blame somebody CDC blame these people within the United Party. They are, to me, I call it a playing game. It's a play. Thomas Falana finish hijacking the old man in our pocket. You don't see the usual suspect around the president anymore. When Larry saw, let me ask you a question. When Larry saw Amos Twede around the president, Mo Ali there, the top people, the surrogate followers, let me answer the question. Let me answer the hard question. You're not being real yet to ourselves. The people that are in the confines of the president, you can even see the presidential affairs minister when he gets appointed. That different people around the president now, a tribal people around him now. The tribal people, Jeremiah is on the other side. He's on the other side. He fought for a political life. He never believed that the paper will live and be more younger. Jeremiah, even thinking now, if the paper was, let me tell you, Queen, I will tell you, if the paper survive to 2029 by the grace of God, we pray for him to survive, to keep the country with peace. Jeremiah will not be elected, he will not be selected, he will not be selected because the president get the right to change you. The president will not choose Jeremiah for 2029. Believe me. Because they not depend on Nima Kante. They not depend on Nima Kante. They know Nima Kante will be divided. Jeremiah we get no call in Nima Kante. Koka name will split Nima Kante. Tewon Gongro that will split Nima Kante. Ile Gongro that will split Nima Kante. They come into CDC side. They will take the bars of bell. We are watch and see the political game that will play in our country. Okay, you watch and see it. You watch and see. The table will come. You watch and see. I'll tell you, the only fear that why I will be and talk that day. I said, but only fear within the country about 2029, the military shouldn't get involved. That's my only fear. The military shouldn't be involved. They shouldn't take part in our politics. They should wait, stay aside. But we'll caution them. The caution will come from the Washington. The statement will start coming from Washington, D.C. You will hear the statement. They can never employ that tactics. That the only tactics will delay CDC. When the military, when they try to do that fake coup, they overthrow fake thing that happened in Equatorial Guinea or Guinea-Bissau, one of these countries that the leader who wants a military man that playing that fake coup and topple because the opposition was leading. That's the only thing I fear for the Republic of Liberia. That's the only thing. But beside that, you will see what will happen by 2027.
Thank you so much, my brother, for the time. And I want to say thanks to each and every one of you that have joined us for us to discuss. Again, what we need to do is to continue to talk, to expose this government. We must not give them time. They must not have any resting time, because from all indication, it has been proven that they have failed the Liberian people and they are reverting to violence. They are now putting mechanism into place to either use the judiciary system to be able to muscle their way, to stay their way to power. That's why you see all these things that are happening, it is plain. But again, we know that there are still good people within the court system, in the judiciary system. We know that there are people who will stand for the truth. With all of these things that are happening, these are some. Look, Boyka is doing these things intentionally. He is testing the system. That come 2029, want to do something. Let's see. If they run here, already there. If they run here, already there. But we can say to Boyka and his cronies that Liberia is not your personal property. We stand up to you through the democratic process. We expose you through what is right and through what is legal, and we ensure that comes 2029, you become a history through the ballot box. So I want to say thank you, and to all of those who were able to come on, we appreciate you. Until we meet again, hopefully next week or anytime.
Next
Have
week.
yourself a God bless day,
Yeah,
and to all the
salute.
rest of you, Happy New Year to all of our people.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye-bye.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg the money should be used to bless our people. Thank you, and God bless.